something is coming in for you. This is a message you've been hearing. It feels like it's been on repeat, but especially over the last few months, okay? It's like eclipse season is working its magic on you right now. It feels like you've been going through ascension symptoms, so you might not even be thinking on this wavelength, really, obviously, but there is something in the back of your mind that you know something is taking place right now, okay? So you might be focusing more on your health, for example, just things that are happening like that. It's like your entire being, your subconscious mind, your energy body, everything is going through a purge, but in a very different way than once upon a time. I'm not sure you've realised the way that you are responding to certain situations that in the past really triggered you. You were in reactive mode. Like your shadows were ignited, right? And like everything came to the surface and it was just dark. This has changed. The script has been flipped. It's almost like you're becoming your own light and you're recognising that. Whatever it is that you've been preparing for is coming through. However, it might not be the obvious thing itself. It's going to be kind of trickling through, which is interesting. So it's kind of like it's like Divine wants to make sure you are prepared and ready for this. So you need to move on from whatever the past is, and that's kind of what's happening. But when I say the past, is that past version of you. You've been healing so much. You've been healing through understanding past ways, like the way you've connected with other people, the way you have or haven't aligned on your path, right? 6 of Swords, 4 of Swords, 2 of Cups, and the Strength card here. I think that the strength that you've gained is within you massively. And I think actually around you, it's not really reflected that as much. Devil, you have been 6 of Cups. You've been tested, like, honestly, that's what I meant by the shadows. They've been coming through. And it's your past situation, especially that inner child, that is no longer controlling the narrative. There's something about creativity here. So, or even just the colour orange, the sacral chakra, there's something you've been working on, and the heart chakra as well at the same time. And you're moving forwards. You're finding peace of mind on your journey. You're not depending on anyone outside of you for this anymore. And this is the whole point. You've needed to go within to find that union within you so that you can really reach this point where it's almost like you're the adult that the little you always needed. Something about the past that is definitely coming up right now and it's causing a lot of anxiety inside your head. This is a test. Because everything you've been preparing for, the version of who you are now, is a version that can handle this 10 of Pentacles. But there's just these last little minor things, you know. I feel like there's some thoughts around the shadowy elements of, it's kind of like people that aren't involved in your journey or no longer need to be. But you needed to learn your lessons from those, right? It's like you were in a state of kind of, I feel like you've had the word lonely came through. So I'm not sure if that you relate with that, but there's definitely been a period of isolation here. You're needing to go through solitude to get to this point. 2 of Cups with the 4 of Wands. That's major union vibes. You're finding that beautiful inner union, and that's a result. The alignment outside of you shifting massively. Now, how much have you released that past is the question here, right? I think that you've understood that you're stepping up to a specific journey here, a very specific mission. It feels like, and something that's going to need your belief system to be very secure, yeah? A specific belief system for this Page of Swords. Again, you're already gaining clarity in the mind with past situations. And also whatever didn't align with you, even in terms of like career choices, as well as like environments that you were in, okay? I think right now there's a need for going inwards to kind of contemplate and meditate on everything, is what I'm hearing, because it feels like you still have so many choices around you, so many different options. And this balance that you've been finding within you really beautifully so with your heart and your head and your environment and your internal world is what's leading you now towards whatever this is that wants to come through for you. The shift, oh my God, the Empress. Wow. The divine feminine energy within you is kind of thriving right now, or it's in a position where you've been healing her so beautifully that she's ready to receive. She's created something, a version of herself definitely, but it's like her environment is soon going to reflect this. Chariot here, it's like you're moving on from that shadow aspect. You're able to sit back now and see the darkness that would have once consumed you. 10 of Cups, you've got 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles, right? So even this thought of this emotional fulfillment that you're in now, previously you didn't see it as emotional fulfillment, right? You didn't understand like the beauty of it, the love of it, because there were still wounds that you were healing through, still things of the past that you were stuck on. But this is confirmation that you are just towards what it is that's coming through. You're really close. Been a distance between you and somebody, and it needed to happen because there was some kind of cycle, even multiple cycles, that needed to close out. There needed to be lessons learned from these cycles. Like there needs to be clarity in the mind space, and that needed to happen this distance, right? However, in doing so, you have been learning how to really step into your worth. You're guided not to no longer be walls up, guards up. Whatever's coming is going to ask you to really have an open heart to receive this, right? But also to be really mindful that you're not rushing anything, that you're being really stable in how you move forward, because you're going to have a decision to make, right? And it's all about your path of success right now. There's something about wishes. You're going to see your wishes in front of you, and you're going to see the path clearly. This is a brand new beginning with the Fool, where it's going to be there's going to be something different about it. It's going to be more stable than it has been in the past. Six of Pentacles and the Emperor at the bottom of the deck here, right? So there's balance between that, again, that masculine, that divine feminine and divine masculine energies here, which is really beautiful. And with the Lovers, Page of Pentacles, there's a small offer, right? A small offer. It's going to feel small. It's coming from a space of the Knight of Cups, and the Ace of Cups is sticking out there. So it feels like it's coming from the heart, okay? But it feels like also there's going to be this need to really work together to understand this on a wider scale, because it's not all, rose-tinted glasses and illusion and fantasy. That's what you need to kind of release. But at the same time, without kind of bringing it down into just like something so like grey. You want colour in this situation. Could have been a child here that you weren't aware of that caused there was a kind of deception about them. That's why the separation was needed, because somebody felt kind of an obligation to that situation, okay? There's also something about majorly someone's inner child wounds, codependency, attachment issues, right? That's something that someone's been working through, and they've also gone to kind of people in their life who weren't the best people to give them the advice they needed about their feelings right now, this situation. There is a requirement to really take things lighthearted. Whatever is coming towards you, whoever, they're still going through they're closing out a dark cycle right now. It does suggest that you make the effort towards this, or leave like the door open so that this light-hearted nature can continue, okay? Again, specific collectives, you have a vision, and this reading is confirmation for you to hold on to that vision. You are going to need to step out of your comfort zone in order to receive what's coming for you. Stay in your heart space. It's so important because you've been working so hard to get to this point. There's going to be a lot of emotions. It feels like there's going to be some kind of accumulation of this, right? Communicate confidently. You might have your Mercury in Leo, okay? Whatever deception there's been, that's a past cycle. Nothing's going to come of that now, right? That needs to be closed out so that you can actually make the space to bring through, call in, receive that beautiful prosperity that wants to come through. A new romantic cycle begins, but before that, you're going to need to meditate and contemplate on everything. Really approach this with your knowing your worth, staying grounded, no rushed anything, right? Even though it feels like this has been a while, you've been waiting to get to this point, okay? But there's a lot of change happening right now, and you're required to really focus on that inner alignment to stay in it. Someone's facing a test of pulls on their energy, okay? And this is something to do with divine justice. So there's something about, this might be some kind of situation, like a karmic situation, real deep healing here when it comes to that specific energy. And the sacral chakra was coming through. This is something that overcoming, right? It could be the divine feminine. We've got the beautiful Queen of Wands, right? But it could also be the divine feminine that's really causing this kind of energy to flow from somebody else. Got the Eight of Wands here, okay? There's a very high energy right now that I'm feeling here. And somebody who didn't take something seriously in the past, maybe they took it like this, right? Because of their upbringing, they didn't see it as something of stable, secure, serious, potentially. That's changed. That's been their own healing that they've needed to do, including through their family cycles, okay? So there's definitely change coming through. You just need to let go of control right now. Focus on staying in your lane, okay? Let me know how it resonates. As usual, sending so much love.